DREO sent me the new BaristaMaker that will be launched on Kickstarter on August 13th. And in this video I want to share my experience with you. The device consists of two parts. The body, where you have the heating element, and the screen where you can select the mode to make different kind of foams, and the jug, where you put your milk or alternative plant-based beverage, and also the tip to froth it. I find the jug a clever solution because you can pour the milk in your cup directly from it, and the spout allows you to make basic latte art. In the box you can find two tips. The disc tip that is recommended for hot and cold thick foam and for the stir mode. And the impeller tip is recommended for cappuccino, latte and flat white. Basically drinks where you can do latte art. You can use the BaristaMaker in two modes, the froth mode and the stir mode. The froth mode is the one you use to make foam for cappuccino, latte, flat white, hot and cold thick foam. Basically for the coffee drinks. The stir mode is the one suggested for non-coffee drinks, like for example chai, matcha or chocolate and protein powder based drinks. I did focus more on the froth mode and I have tried all the settings to see the quality of foam I could achieve with this device. You can select the kind of milk you are using and then the kind of drink you want to make. Once you selected, pour the milk in the jug, and the minimum amount is around 160 grams of milk, and that usually for my drinks is enough. I always suggest using cold milk because it foams better. Once you put the milk in the jug, press the start button and you see the machine suggesting you the kind of tip to use. In this case, for the cappuccino mode, it's suggesting me to place the impeller tip, so I place it in the jug and then press again the start button to start frothing the milk. On the display you can see the countdown, so you know when the milk is ready. For example, for the cappuccino mode is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The motion is stable until 1 minute and 10 seconds, and then it starts to be more powerful to create the foam. Once it's finished, you can use the jug to pour the milk in your cup with the coffee. The final result for the cappuccino is not bad. The foam is thick with good micro bubbles. It's a bit difficult to make latte art with this mode, but at the end the foam is good like a proper Italian cappuccino. Then I try the hot latte mode, pour the milk, and again the machine tells me to use the impeller tip. Press the start button and again you see the countdown. This time it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Again stable motion until 1 minute 10 and then it starts to be more powerful to create the foam. But it gradually reduces the intensity after a few seconds, and this is to create less foam compared to the cappuccino mode. The result is a good quality foam, but I found it a bit too much for a latte. It looks like a good quantity for a cappuccino. Again, for the flat white it takes the same time as the latte. Again, at 1 minute and 10 seconds left, the spinning starts to be more powerful and then gradually decreasing the intensity even more than the latte mode. In fact, we get less foam compared to the latte mode and also it's a good quality. But I think it's a bit too much for a flat white. For the hot thick foam, they suggest the disc tip. The time is 3 minutes and 30 seconds and the motion is constant all the way until the end. The result is a thick foam, more macro bubbles, but I was expecting to be more foamy, to be honest. It looks like that the latte mode produces more foam than the hot thick foam, but I cannot deny that this is a thick foam, so it's okay. The cold thick foam, it's amazing. I love it, it's my favorite. It's actually the one I use the most in this summer period. It takes 3 minutes and 30 seconds with the disc tip to produce a very nice, fluffy, cold foam that is so thick and creamy. Absolutely delicious. In terms of pouring with the BaristaMaker jug, I have to say that is not my favorite. I still prefer pouring milk with the classic milk jug. Probably it's because it's the one I'm used to. Probably I need a bit more time to practice with it, but I have to say that it's a clever solution, especially for beginners. With the alternative plant-based mode, I've used the Califia oat and the Milk Club macadamia, and the result was great. I didn't notice any difference in texture compared to the cow's milk. So very good. If you want to use alternative plant-based products, I suggest using the Barista editions, because they are made on purpose to be steamed for coffee drinks. And remember to foam them from cold temperature for a better result. The half and half option I didn't try it because we don't have half and half in Italy. So if one day you're gonna use it, please let me know if it works or not. Thank you. As I said at the beginning, I was focused more on trying the froth mode. So I didn't really try a lot the stir mode, but when you use that mode, they suggest you using the disc tip. You can select low or fast speed and also the temperature that goes from cold, 55, 60, 65, 70 and 75 degrees Celsius. You can also switch the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit or vice versa by holding the temperature and the foam buttons for 5 seconds. It doesn't have the option to obtain extra hot milk, and this to keep the integrity of the milk properties. Anyway, even if I didn't deeply try the stir mode, you can find in the box the user manual and the suggestions to make your favorite drink with the BaristaMaker. For the froth mode, you cannot change the temperature, and checking with the thermometer probe, I noticed that the temperature range goes in between 53 to 60 degrees Celsius. I tried to see if I could modify it from the stir mode menu, but it didn't work. Anyway, for me, this temperature range is optimal for my drinks. Okay, now let's wrap up this video with some conclusions. The BaristaMaker can produce a good quality foam with both cow's milk and alternative plant-based products. Sometimes the level of the foam is not how I expected, like for example for the flat white and the latte is a bit too much. But I have to say that this also can vary in between the kind of cow's milk that you're using, because not all the brands are the same. Then of course, different cow's milk from different countries is also different, but it can produce a good foam. Another positive thing is that you can use the jug to pour the milk straight in the cup. And I found this clever, especially for beginners, because if you're a beginner, you don't have a milk jug at home. So you don't have to buy it, and you can use the one from the BaristaMaker. The foam milk temperature for me is optimal, and that is good for a proper milk quality in the cup. Also, it's pretty consistent. Would I buy this product? Probably I wouldn't, because I actually don't drink many milky drinks at home, and if I do it, I like to use the old trick with a French press. If I would buy it, it's probably for the cold thick foam option. So good. If you drink a lot of milky coffee and you don't have an espresso machine, well, I definitely suggest you to check it out, because at the end is not a bad product at all. So if you are interested, you can go to check their Kickstarter campaign and see if it's convenient for you. Just to let you know, this video is not sponsored by DREO, and I don't get any money if you're going to buy it. So this review doesn't have any bias. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think this could be a good product for your home? And also, if you froth your milk at home without an espresso machine, how do you do it? Looking forward to hearing your feedback in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in my next videos, and in the meantime, I wish you a wonderful day and delicious coffee. Ciao!